Hi, I'm Theo Giesen. I own Giesen Wines with my brothers here in Marlborough. The world of wine is a huge one. Wine has been grown for thousands of years, and thousands of varieties actually are grown around the world. And I myself wouldn't know all of them. I know, like you perhaps, the most common ones, which would be Chardonnay, Riesling, in the red ones, Cabernet, Merlot and Pinot Noir. Each region develops its own style, which is really interesting, and that's why Sauvignon Blanc has done here in Marlborough what it did. It makes a wine which is very perfumed, very concentrated in lovely, ripe aromas, and it's a unique situation with the climate. The French call it terroir, that this variety grows the way it grows now here. Right, you know the mainstream varieties of wine. In white there would be Chardonnay, Riesling, Semillon, Sauvignon Blanc, but there are other varieties and you should try those. And it's, while you might want to not drink them all the time, but they make an interesting difference sometimes. And one of those varieties would be Gewürztraminer or Traminer. There is Chenin Blanc, which is very interesting. There is Pinot Gris or Pinot Grigio in Italy. And they're all distinctly different. While you might say, okay, I don't want to drink that every day or but now and then to just intermix it with the wines which you normally drink is really good. And in the reds too, there's probably most common, you have Shiraz and Cabernet and Merlot and Pinot Noir, but there's other varieties you should explore. And there's varieties I never heard of before, and for me it's always intriguing, and I learn only by trying different wines, new wines, and you should do the same. Right, everybody knows us for this wine here, our estate Sauvignon Blanc. And truly it's a fantastic wine, and that's why it's so successful. We're selling it in over 45 countries. But you should try something else from Giesen. We also make a Viognier. It's if you never had a Viognier before, you should try it. It's from France, from the Rhone region. Quite a different style of wine altogether, more lower in acidity, richer, buttery notes there. And also, we have two Sauvignon Blancs. One is the August, which is barrel fermented in 7-year-old barrels. So they're white wine barrels where first is Chardonnay in them, and then we use them for this wine here. And what it does, where else this wine is fermented in stainless steel, the fermentation and the maturing in oak just ever so changes the wine. Not that it picks up much oakiness, not hardly noticing, but it evaporates. Like you know what happens in barrels, the volume diffuses and it concentrates the flavor. And then another one, a new one in our program is the Fuder. Fuder is the name for a 1,000-liter barrel. They're a really big monster of barrels which are used in our native in Germany. And the wood actually for these barrels comes from Germany, and they're made in Germany, and we import about 20 to 30 every year. And contrary to this wine here, it does pick up more of the oak character. And there are new barrels we use there, but because of the ratio of volume and surface of a barrel, it doesn't give an overpowering oak character either. And so they are very interesting wines. We make small volume of those, and we're still experimenting after 5 years doing those wines. We still experiment, and it's something different. You should try it. They're a little bit more expensive, but give it a go.